Welcome back to a bathtub filled with Kool-Aid.
Well, I'm on my period. Well, welcome to Sanders Asides. Are these healthy distractions?
Maybe.
It's kind of good segue from we literally just watched Intrusive Thoughts. Welcome to Frozen, Intrusive Thoughts.
Wait, let's watching.
Oh, I have a ballroom with no balls.
I need you to cut out what I just did. I tried to dab and my brain went, you're doing it wrong, and instead of doing this, I did this.
I am not cutting that out.
You dab sideways because you want to die. You dab downwards because that's where you're going.
I didn't want to. But what if I want to go up? Well, then you just gotta do it like this.
Too bad.
That's what I did.
Too bad you ain't going nowhere near up.
I have yet to see this. Who has seen this? Raise your hand. You have seen it?
I've seen it.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
I'm too busy playing games and sleeping.
Hey, games.
I suppose I could watch the Goldbergs.
Right! Yes, it'd be Raid Shadow Legends.
No. Oh, yes!
Dark fantasy
Bye, Mina! Bye!
Get
out of here! I'm taking her spot, not mine!
That'll make your knees.
My chair!
Don't trust an old Viking
I'm
like
territorial.
me. 15 million downloads Raid
No.
has accumulated in the
What if I don't
last
want to?
6 months.
Shadow Legends!
Why are you talking like a
I know,
pirate?
and I respect the grinds, but also.
Re-examine your cultural biases.
Oh gosh!
Yeah!
We're experiencing technical difficulties.
I gave up my life as a Viking long ago when I became a social media personality. But finally, thanks to Raid, I feel like a man again. Masculinity is a prison.
Why do I pay for a membership if I still gotta watch the ads?
Break out of your own body.
God is cursed from my hubris. My work is
Unless our problem is a hungry alligator. A remote possibility for
I
a
actually got
Florida-dwelling
that
man who never leaves his house. I don't think running away is a good way to solve anything.
Tell that to you from 20 minutes ago.
Roman, be nice.
Oh, is that not nice? I didn't mean to. I agree with your new opinion, Virgil, and the movie we're about to watch is going to demonstrate just how bad running and hiding can be.
That is if the film you submitted received the most votes.
I have a feeling it did.
Now, I may not have voted for Frozen, Roman, but I'm still rooting for your happiness.
Oh my goodness, 100% of the votes went to Frozen! Yay! A landslide victory!
Go Roman! Falsehood, I did not vote for Frozen.
You don't get a vote because you didn't wear a onesie.
I don't wear those anymore, they're too childish.
No onesie, no vote?
Similarly, I am skeptical about whether Thomas has anything to gain from a children's picture that he's already seen.
Too childish? Nothing to gain. Thomas is in a bad place, Logan. What would you have him watch?
There will be blood. A bad place. Thomas is at home.
And home is where the heart is. How can Thomas feel BAD with his inner DAD?
I can think of a few ways. What I've been trying to get at is, do you really think a distraction is the most helpful thing right now?
Hey, Thomas, I didn't know you were in this movie.
Roman, stop.
Some psychologists might be more inclined to call a distraction in this context refocusing or redirecting. In a situation like this one, in which there presently does not seem to be an action that Thomas can take to address his feelings without exacerbating the problem, temporarily redirecting his attention to something good or neutral can be beneficial.
Ah, and who among us could forget the absolute bop that is this weird ice cutting song?
I don't know, Roman. I think this song is pretty cool.
Oh, look out.
What? I'm just saying it's a chilled out groove.
Oh.
I might need you to leave if you don't stop.
And from this point on, no more Nordic-inspired numbers.
The sooner we confront the problem, the sooner we can leave this mess behind us.
Like these ice cutters are just frickin' leaving this child behind them? Whose kid is he? Why does no one notice they're leaving him?
Not necessarily, Virgil. Some things need time. Like evolution. But how does watching a movie help? Externalization. It's a key feature for many types of distraction. Externalization means giving one's attention to a sensation outside of one's own body. It's helpful because it can be much easier to give your focus to something than it is to actively take your focus away from something.
Right. Hence Frozen.
Thomas is going to be seeing Frozen 2 for the first time tomorrow, and I think he should focus on that. He just needs something to look forward to.
Hi, I'm Olaf, and I like warm hugs. I love you, Olaf.
I also love you, Olaf.
Cuties.
I'm gonna keep you.
Ah, you're joking, right? No, you're mine now.
The heart is not so easily changed.
No, it isn't.
But the head can be persuaded.
Can it, though?
You must learn to control it. Fear will be your enemy.
So you're saying lock her away forever because she's dangerous? Nah, no. See what you did there? You're making her fear her powers. I just warned you about that.
I started talking to the pictures on the walls. Hang in there, Joan.
Joan! Joan.
Just watching the hours tick by.
She better stop with that TikTok sound. It's making me way too aware of the passage of time.
But you have to go.
You'll be fine, Elsa.
But you two won't, am I right? You're gonna die at sea! I sleep in the
Well,
bub.
Here's the thing. We're all naked under our clothes. I don't want to think about that.
Did I
That's
screw
the
everything
secret no
up?
one wants
No,
to
I
talk
threw out your
about.
phone, so
The
you
world
couldn't
isn't
do
ready.
that.
No, I mean,
Silly people.
Was he
We're all
naked behind
are
the
we
couch?
making the
If
right
he is,
decision
that's
here?
amazing.
Okay. I hear you. Frozen is one of the newer Disney movies. I miss the hand-drawn animation as much as the next side, but this movie was an instant classic when
No! Should Thomas be staying home right now?
Well, Virgil, Thomas made his decision, and I think we should all just try to settle into it.
How are you telling me to settle into something right now when you've taken your sweet time to settle into things that you were uncomfortable with in the past?
I just think we should all just try to relax.
You do realize who you're talking to, right? Virgil, how many times has our response to a difficult decision been half committing to one option and subsequently panicking about whether that option is our best option until it's too late for Thomas to change his mind? Are you actually asking me that question? I'm genuinely asking because I can't tell. Do you want me to? I can count them out.
No.
7,430.
No.
You're just so literal. I don't.
No, Patton's right. We need to try to be resolute.
Patton's.
The decision has been made.
Years I
Oh my
wrote
god, it's
empty
me deciding
halls.
already.
I have a ballroom with no walls.
Nope. Nope. I'm an adult, so that's not funny.
No, that's why it's when you're
Wait.
adult.
Hans is tricking Hana into believing that he's in love with her, but she's not around, so why did he make that face? Yeah, you're right. The only explanation for it is that this is his evil plotting face.
Cause like, I've been searching my whole life to
They
find
didn't
my
decide
own
when
place.
they started.
And maybe it's
Anyone
a
with
party
sideburns
talking,
like that,
or the
I
chocolate
don't trust
fondue.
them.
Oh man, yeah, I'm so up on chocolate fondue. I don't even know what I'm saying right now.
That's me.
I've never
No
known
chocolate.
before. Love's an open
You
Can you imagine being a citizen
I
trying to
just
sleep and
realized
suddenly
Hana falls in love so fast because most people have shut her out her whole life.
Oof. And then the first person to give her attention since she lost her parents is actually just taking advantage of her.
There's no way she's coming out of this situation without trust issues.
Snow glows white on the mountain tonight.
Song
Not
that's good.
to be seen.
Only yours.
Except for the footprints behind you.
Oh, you got it.
Hey, yeah.
You got it.
What if this just makes things worse?
They're all fidgeting.
So, what's happening now with her? Is she...
What if he thinks we're avoiding it? And that just makes him more mad at Thomas. He'll probably figure that Thomas isn't showing face because of him. He might have been an idiot back in the day, but he's not anymore.
She really shouldn't let go of any more of her clothing, that's for sure. She's gonna freeze to death.
If he does think that way, and if he does get more angry, well then, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Or maybe we should try to cross the bridge while it's still sturdy, instead of trying to cross a crumbling bridge later.
What about a bridge?
If the bridge is crumbling later, then it's because the violent storm that's out right now
damaged the bridge. We shouldn't try to cross the bridge until the storm blows over. We need to make like Elsa and let it go. Lie low in our kingdom of isolation. Come on, Patton, don't go for the low-hanging fruit. There's a storm out tonight? If so, an outdoor social gathering seems ill-advised. It's for the best that you stay at home.
Do you think this ice castle has a lavatory?
Ice toilet!
Or a bed?
Ice bed!
This place sounds awful.
Kill your reindeers.
Thing with the reindeer that's a
That's a
little
little outside of nature's laws.
This thing with the reindeer. Outside of
I only
nature's
saw the
laws?
first movie.
He definitely fucks the
the
reindeer.
child screaming in my ear, so
Yes.
I don't actually know much about this movie.
If only there was someone out there who loved you.
If only there was someone out there who loved you.
meddled with the vote to ensure that we would watch this, and yet you're the one constantly making fun of it.
Look, this is how I show my love. Something that's always bothered me with this movie is that an act of true love will save Anna's life. And we learned that that true love doesn't have to be romantic love. So why doesn't Olaf, nearly sacrificing his life to comfort Anna because he cares more about her than himself, count as an act of true love? He even says some people are worth melting for. Like, bruh.
Just take care of my sister.
Oh, you've already done a good job of that yourself, Elsa.
I bet he's talking about you right now. Thomas talked about him to other people.
We're all gossipy bitches sometimes.
No, there's nothing wrong with talking. Sometimes you just need to air things out or get a second opinion.
But what if he's telling the story wrong and misrepresenting Thomas to everybody at the party? Everyone likes him. He could turn everyone against Thomas by painting him as some unsympathetic, judgmental jerk.
If Thomas's friends immediately and uncritically accept the first negative thing they're told about Thomas as a fact without first pursuing his perspective on what happened, then I'm doubtful that those friendships would have lasted under any circumstances. Also, if our combative compatriot were to slanderously misrepresent Thomas to that extent, then maybe that's not a friendship Thomas should try to hold on to.
Maybe not. If he lied on purpose, but you only see things from your perspective, and your perspective is your eyeballs looking out, away from you, and that makes it a lot harder to see your own flaws, or where you went wrong, or... Oh, sweet
Frank-I-Hero.
What is it now? Maybe you were in the wrong. Maybe you were an unsympathetic, judgmental jerk. Just think about it.
Like I have a choice.
When Rico brought up that he used to not support gay rights, maybe you shouldn't have immediately started angrily interrogating him because he used the past tense and he trusted you enough to share a history that he wasn't proud of with you. And sure, maybe he wouldn't have gotten around to some of the stuff you wanted to know about on his own, but things might have gone smoother if you just calmly asked later. And even though you had a right to feel angry, maybe you shouldn't have taken your anger out on him because he's right, he is a different person now. And attacking a person for opinions they don't have doesn't really do anybody any good. And even though he was being kind of snobby when he told you that your behavior is unacceptable, he still shouldn't have fired back, oh yeah, like me kissing a man is unacceptable, because again, he doesn't feel that way anymore. And he's always been supportive and comfortable around you and your boyfriends, and now maybe we ruined a good friendship because we couldn't see past his past and we put the final nail in the coffin by skipping out of the party.
Thomas, Virgil, please do me a favor and name 5 things that you can see.
Oh, grounding.
Staircase, impending doom, Olaf, a future without friends,
Lamp.
lights,
Pants. Now, 4 things that you can feel. Pants.
a bad feeling,
Couch.
wall,
Hair. 3 things that you can hear.
Frozen heart.
Olaf, the fan,
The ice machine, for some reason.
2 things that you can smell,
Clean shirt.
the deodorant Thomas put on because he was gonna go out tonight.
Oh. And 1 thing that you can taste.
A sour taste in my mouth, probably left over from those reheated Thai noodle leftovers.
Your mind has been figuratively traveling through time and space, from unpleasant memories
Literally.
to worst-case scenarios, both of which take place elsewhere. That cognitive commutation can be harmful because there's often not much that you can do in the here and now to resolve the issue. What I just had you do a moment ago was an exercise to remind you that you are here now in your apartment, not somewhere else dealing with something else.
I don't have one.
You are safe.
No, mine's too big. It wouldn't
All right.
fit.
What's too big?
This is
My
Thank you,
heartbeat.
Logan. No problem. Just you're a cool teacher being his cool self.
He's cool.
All right.
He's cool. And then he
He's
did
so
that.
adorable.
Cool
Things
privilege revoked.
We'll be
No,
all right.
never.
Even though Rico's views weren't all right, they are now. And sure, this complicates my feelings about him, but, you know, I'll adjust. Just like he had to. Well, kind of. But still, if anyone can understand that sometimes people need time to come around, it's him. He's all right by me. Things will be all right between us because we're still friends. At least as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, just take it from Frozen's most inspirational song, Fixer Upper.
People make bad choices when they're mad or scared or stressed. Throw a little love their way, and you'll bring out their best. Thank you, Roman. That's barely applicable.
Elsa, we the villagers have thought it over, and with no discussion whatsoever, we've decided we're not scared anymore, and ice magic is actually cool as hell!
So, Elsa's power set includes freezing water, freezing objects, creating ice and snow from nothing, instantly creating anything she can imagine out of ice, poison ice blast that slowly kill you, giving life to snow and or ice, erasing fabric from existence, creating fabric from ice, I guess, melting snow and ice, telekinetic manipulation of frozen water, creating an eternal winter, creating an eternal mini winter snow cloud that can follow a subject around wherever they go, and reviving dead flora.
Yeah, all checks out.
With Elsa's seemingly unstoppable ice powers, I'd imagine Arendelle becomes a global superpower. No military force at that time could ever stand a chance against her never-ending army of ice golems.
Oh, I get it. You shouldn't trust an open door. True love is a closed door that eventually is opened up to you.
I can assure you that no one was thinking that when they made this movie, Patton.
It's too bad we didn't go to that party. What if your soulmate was there? And now you're never gonna get another chance to meet him.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Okay. Watching the film is clearly too passive of an exercise to allay Thomas's troubled thoughts.
Anxiety's keeping me
I
my
think we need a
parties.
more active distraction that Thomas can really think about and focus on.
Should we vote on what we're gonna do next?
Oh, I was looking for this. Don't touch my shit.
Well, I was gonna rig the vote anyway. So I can just let you all know that we're gonna rewrite Frozen 1!
Oh, are we going to amend the inconsistencies in the internal logic of the original film?
No. Yes. I don't know what you're asking. We're gonna make it better!
But I thought you said it was an instant classic.
Instant classic doesn't mean flawless flick.
Yeah, it's true. Those two phrases are not synonymous.
Here's my take. Olaf fully melts by the fire while accompanying a dying Anna, which does qualify as an act of true love. Then, Anna must rescue Elsa from Hans, who gets a proper Disney villain song, maybe a reprise of Love is an Open Door called, I'm spitballing here, Love is an Open Wound. Then, once Hans is defeated and the sisters are reunited, we learn that Olaf had so much love for Anna because he was Elsa's creation. In other words, Olaf was imbued with Elsa's sisterly love for Anna.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, not my kind of fan fiction. I'm going to bed in the bath.
Oh,
In the
create
what?
life, she can resurrect Olaf from the puddle.
But would bringing Olaf back lessen the weight and impact of his sacrifice? Maybe Olaf the Puddle Man has already evaporated by the time they make it back to him.
I see your point, Virgil, but how about this? Nobody dies, especially not cute little snowmen.
He writes fanfiction.
What is up, everybody? Do you like the holiday season? Do you like
What's in the account?
Sandicides?
You like the idea of new Sandicides sweater?
You just do it. Do you like the idea of new
One of
Sandicides
Thomas's
holiday
close
sweaters,
friends.
including dark side
Alright.
sweaters?
Not
Well,
really.
good, because that's
Not
what you're
by
getting. Am I going to use my real voice in all of this? And also scarves to go with the sweater. You can get them all or some or none at chefsthomassanders.com. Did you like this video? We were attempting to make a slightly simpler
like the
Sanderside
sets.
series that wasn't directly tied to the main narrative, so that we can hopefully give you Sanderside content more frequently. Hopefully. We'll see. Do you like it though? You want to see more of it? Please comment down below if you do. Also, if you want to share some other distraction techniques that you use whenever you need it, that would be amazing. That is it, and until next time, take it easy, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Peace out! Alright, that was great. Good.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I ever said those things about you.
He's so cute.
He's adorable.
I
Well,
love
Thomas did
him.
ask about what distractions we use when we need them.
I use
Game Grumps.
Debbie.
Your cat.
Deborah! Wait, can I show a picture of Debbie the camera will pick up?
No, you can
I
send it
send
to
you-
me.
I'll just send-
yeah, send it to
just
me and
throw-
I'll
here.
just here. Just
All
Debbie.
over the screen.
Deborah.
Here.
But
And
yeah,
here.
I tend to I tend to analyze the thoughts because that's what my therapist told me to do. She said, don't like try and like push them out, like try and think about them and dissect them. That's what she told me at least.
I regret and forget.
I forget, but I also play games, and sometimes with the monotony of the game, I'm able to, like with Stardew Valley, I can both distract myself and also work through what I'm thinking about.
I think about it and then I say, no. Art will happen.
Sometimes I take walks.
And then I go on my iPad, try to draw something, it doesn't work out, so I go to Pinterest and I scroll down endlessly to try and find something to draw, only to know that I'm never going to come up with anything original, because all the things I look at is just somehow going to be...
Virgil!
In the
Guess what?
Your turn.
Nothing is
Regret
original.
and forget.
I can't.
Guess what? Do you know who you're talking to? Yes!
Your experiences are not universal.
I know.
So, like, maybe chill.
I wasn't the one who yelled.
You're screaming.
Children, you both started it. I'm ending it.
Regret and forget.
Vent.
Oh, yes.
Same.
Vent art.
Same.
Ooh, I like that.
Same.
But what do you mean when you say vent?
Yes, vent art.
Yes.
What happened to you?
Please tell me you saw what Ash so good.
What did Ash do?
I didn't.
Put your feelings out on paper.
The thing is, vent art of yourself, your vent art is always amazing.
Look at me!
Someone else's vent art is terrifying.
Right!
Have you ever just looked at your own vent art and you're like, yes, this shows my perfect emotions. And you're looking at your friend's vent art and you're just like,
Are they okay?
are you okay?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Annie, are you okay?
Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Annie, are you okay?
Hey, Fred, what do you mean by
This
vent though?
is not the time.
Because you didn't mean art.
It's not just art. It can be like fan fiction, fan
Plants
work,
vs.
whatever you
Zombies.
make, stuff like that.
I do
Never
vent
played
with my
that game.
family.
Are we gonna end the video?
Are we in the video?
No, not yet, because Warren has yet to. Oh no, you did say
Regret and
and
forget. Forget and regret.
Regret and forget.
Forget and regret.
Wait, what was the question?
Forgetting
again?
that. For regret and met.
What was the question again? I forgot.
What do you use to distract yourself?
Oh, animals. Duh.
Oh, yeah.
Any other thoughts before we end?
Not intrusive ones, right?
Well, to make a long story short,
Stop dancing!
I don't know how to do the Macarena. I forgot actually. Holy crap! How did I forget?
Anyway, that's the end. Wait.
Ah.
Let